Israel hopes to proceed with full-scale military tasks in Gaza for one more 6 to about 2 months as it plans to mount a ground attack of the territory's southernmost city of Rafah, 4 authorities acquainted with the procedure said. Military bosses accept they can fundamentally harm Hamas' leftover capacities in that time, preparing for a shift to a lower power period of designated airstrikes and extraordinary powers tasks, as per the 2 Israeli and 2 provincial authorities who requested to stay mysterious to uninhibitedly talk. There is minimal possibility that top state leader Benjamin Netanyahu's administration will regard global analysis to cancel a Rafah ground attack, said Avi Melamed, a previous Israeli knowledge official and a mediator in the first and second Palestinian intifadas, or uprisings, during the 1980s and 2000s. Rafah is the last stronghold of Hamas control and there remain forces in Rafah which Israel should destroy to accomplish its objectives in this conflict, he added. Protection Pastor Yoav Courageous said on Friday that Israel's Safeguard Powers, IDF, were arranging activities in Rafah focusing on Hamas contenders, war rooms and passages, however gave no course of events for the mission. He focused on that uncommon measures were being taken to keep away from regular citizen losses. There were 24 provincial forces in Gaza, we have destroyed 18 of them, he told a media preparation. Presently, Rafah is the following Hamas focus of gravity. World pioneers dread a philanthropic disaster. Caught between the 2 nemeses are in excess of 1 million Palestinian regular people packed into the city on the Egyptian boundary, with no place left to run, subsequent to escaping Israeli goes after that have destroyed to a large part of the territory. In a previous 7-day stretch of high political strain, U.S. President Joe Biden called the Israeli chief 2 times to caution him against sending off a tactical activity in Rafah without a tenable arrangement to guarantee the well-being of regular folks. Netanyahu himself said regular folks would be permitted to leave the fight zone before the hostile, even as he promised complete triumph. The IDF hasn't made sense of how it will move in excess of 1 million individuals inside the vestiges of the area. As indicated by one Israeli security source and a Global Guide official, who asked not to be recognized, Gazans could be screened to remove any Hamas warriors prior to being sent northwards. A different Israeli source said Israel could likewise construct a drifting breakwater north of Rafah to empower Global Guide and emergency clinic boats to show up via ocean. Regardless, an Israeli Guard official said Palestinians wouldn't be permitted to get back to North Gaza as a group, leaving scrubland around Rafah as a possibility for improvised makeshift camps. The territorial authorities likewise said it wouldn't be protected to move countless individuals into a northern zone with no power and running water which hasn't been gotten free from unexploded mandate. Washington is doubtful Israel has made adequate arrangements for a safe regular citizen clearing, a few authorities acquainted with the discussions between the 2 states said. Biden said on Friday he didn't expect an enormous Israeli ground intrusion to happen soon. Moreover, as per Hamas, the all-out triumph guaranteed by Netanyahu will not be speedy or simple. A Hamas official situated in Qatar let Reuters know that the gathering assessed it had lost 6,000 contenders during the 4-month-old struggle, a portion of the 12,000 Israel says it has killed. Gaza's decision gathering can continue to battle and is ready for a long conflict in Rafah and Gaza, said the authority, who mentioned secrecy. Netanyahu's choices are troublesome and our own are as well. He can involve Gaza yet Hamas is as yet standing and battling. He hasn't accomplished his objectives to kill the Hamas initiative or destroy Hamas, he added. No unfilled space in Rafah. Hamas set off the contention on October 7 last year when its warriors burst out of the Gaza Strip into southern Israel, killing 1,200 individuals and holding on to 253 prisoners. The unexpected assault incited an enormous retaliatory Israeli barrage and ground intrusion that have killed in excess of 28,000 Palestinians. A lot of Gaza has been decreased to rubble by Israel. Battling go on in the southern city of Khan Younis, with irregular conflicts actually breaking out in northern regions probably cleared. Over 85% of Gaza's 2.3 million occupants have been left destitute. The vast majority of the dislodged have looked for cover in Rafah, which had a pre-war populace of around 300,000. There is no unfilled space in Rafah, more than 1.5 million individuals are here. Does the world has any idea about that? A butcher will happen in the event that the tank center, said Ahmad Jawdat, 55, who escaped there with his family right off the bat in the conflict from Gaza City, where he maintained a furniture business. I'm responsible for a major family, said the dad of 5, who lives in a makeshift camp with no food or water in Rafah. I feel defenseless in light of the fact that don't have any idea where to go with them assuming Israel dispatches an attack. Egypt has fixed off its land to the territory. Cairo has outlined its resistance to the relocation of Palestinians from Gaza as a feature of more extensive Bedouin dismissal of any rehash of the Nakba, or disaster, when 700,000 Palestinians escaped or were constrained from their homes during the 1948 conflict that went with Israel's creation. Egypt is in any case setting up a region at the line that could oblige Palestinians, as a possibility should an Israeli hostile into Rafah brief a departure across the outskirts, 3 security sources in Egypt told Reuters, declining to be named because of the responsiveness of the matter. The Egyptian government denied making any such arrangements. Israeli Guard clergyman Heroic said Israel had zero desire to empty Palestinian regular citizens to Egypt. Vow to consecrated casualties. Melamed, the previous Israeli knowledge official and mediator, said the main likely postponement to the Israeli attack on Rafah could come should Hamas give ground in prisoner talks and hand over the detainees it took on October 7. Indeed, that would just postpone the development on Rafah except if it is combined with the neutralization of the city and give up of the Hamas brigades there, he added. A senior territorial security official said Israel accepted a few Hamas commandants and prisoners were in Rafah. This month, following quite a while of exchanges, Hamas proposed a truce of 4.5 months during which it would free all Israeli prisoners, Israel would pull out its soldiers from Gaza and an understanding would be arrived at on a finish to the conflict. Netanyahu dismissed the proposal as preposterous. Another round of talks including America, Egypt, Israel and Qatar on a détente finished without a leap forward in Cairo on Tuesday. Senior American authorities see tying down an arrangement to deliver the leftover prisoners in return for a drawn-out stop in the contention as the best way to making space for more extensive discussions, the U.S. sources said. However, they're concerned such an arrangement may not emerge before long and war will go on into the Muslim-blessed month of Ramadan in spring and April, which could strengthen worldwide analysis of Israel's mission, they added. A general consent to end the contention seems remote. Any endeavor to shape a post-war government in Gaza could succeed in the event that it has Hamas endorsement, as per a few sources in the locale, including from the aggressor bunch and the Palestinian Power, which was moved out of Gaza by Hamas in 2007. However, something needs to give. Israel has promised to clear out Hamas. What's more, the gathering's forerunner in Gaza, Yahya Sinwar, will battle to the demise as opposed to give up or go far away, banished in shame, as per Hamas and territorial authorities. Israel likewise stays one against to any arrangement including a long-lasting truce or a Palestinian state, regardless of U.S. strain and global objection over regular citizen experiencing in Gaza and the absence of progress to an enduring harmony arrangement. Since October, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has made 5 visits to the district. Last month, the State Division said Washington was effectively chasing after the foundation of an autonomous Palestinian state with security ensures for Israel and investigating choices with accomplices in the district. UK Unfamiliar Secretary David Cameron likewise let legislators know that England and its partners will take a gander at the issue of perceiving a Palestinian state, including at the unified countries. Israel, the US. Furthermore, England haven't officially perceived Palestine, not at all like anywhere near 140 other UN countries. However, for Netanyahu and numerous other Israeli authorities, discuss a two-state arrangement adds up to a selling out individuals killed on October 7. I express obviously to anybody actually trapped in October 6, we won't ever help the formation of a Palestinian state, Israeli culture priest Miki Zohar said via online entertainment last month. This is our promise to the holy homicide casualties.